Welcome to the video. So today we are planting the organic corn. So I promise, I'll get in the video, it'll show up, I'll have plenty of organic planting going on. But in the meantime, while my cousin and my brother are in the field getting everything fine-tuned, getting everything set up the way they want it, because everything's a little bit different with the organic, I'm at the shop. So I'll give you guys a quick update while my dad's on the phone and while we're waiting for parts. So here's our organic drag. I have a video up. I don't know which side of the screen. There'll be a card in either top corner of the screen. You guys can go check out that video later. But I have 3 bearings after replacing this. I already replaced 3. We're waiting on bearings. Hey, Dad. You need my phone? Okay. My dad's phone is having some issues. Here you go. Okay, so I have the 3 bearings. After replacing that, luckily John Deere is able to cross-reference us bearings for like a 60-year-old drag that we don't know the name of. So it's pretty good. The 8410T, which is on our 60-foot cultivator, which I also have a video for that. I'll put the card top. I don't know. I haven't got my corners figured out yet. I'm pretty new to YouTube. But there was a problem where every time I started the tractor, the temperature gauge automatically went to 2 bars, and it would stay there no matter how warm the tractor got. So our local tech rep at our dealer said, if you unplug the temperature sensor while the tractor's running and the gauge changes, that means you have a bad sensor. I think. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So anyways, so we're gonna go John Deere a little bit later. It's this one up here. And we'll probably get a new sensor, so that way we can check or keep track of the temps while we're cultivating in the hot summer sun. Also, on the cultivator, when we put the new discs on, because the old ones were really worn out, the coulter disc is too close to the wheel, and in fact, in the field, it'll actually be hitting. So, I don't know where all my dad's prototype things went, but he built some spacers that make the wheel stick out like an extra 7 inches. For the coulter, not the wheel. So we'll be putting those on eventually. I think he's supposed to make a bunch of them. Other than that, I think that's about all that's going on right now. Well, the next clip you'll see is either me doing something around here or be the drone footage from yesterday when we cultivated the organic farm. Alright, so we are cultivating or digging the organic ground today, this afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock, and then we're going to plant it tomorrow morning. Now, the reason why we've been waiting so long, we finished the rest of the corn like 2 weeks ago, is we wanted to have a really nice warm forecast in the future, right after we planted the corn. So that way the corn has a good head start versus the weeds. Whereas, if we would have planted it with the rest of the corn, it would have had a really cold weeks to start out in, and therefore it would have given the weeds kind of a head chance to get started. And because it's organic, we can't spray any chemicals, so makes sense, I guess. One thing I do want to stress is that the tanks on the tractor. Oh, someone's calling me. Give me a second. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like I said, the tanks on the tractor have been washed out. They are cleaned out. The lines are cleaned out. The valves are shut. The pump is not turned on. So there is no way that any of the chemical that we've applied earlier in the season can get onto our organic ground. Just want to stress that out. pretty windy out, but so this basically 2 fields together here. Half of it's certified organic, half of it's not certified yet. But we're just planting all organic corn this year, although we understand that we can only harvest half of it organic certified. One thing to note is the chemical tank on the planter hasn't washed out. All the lines are empty. The valve is closed, the pump is turned off, so there's no way that any of the chemicals can get into the GMO ground, or the organic ground. Sorry. So a couple things that we're doing differently with the organic corn here is, one, we're not running any trash whippers. The reason for that is because we had cover crop here last year. As you can see, there's like no residue whatsoever, just some bean stubble from a couple years ago. The other thing we're doing is we're planting it a little bit more shallow. That's because we want the corn to come up really fast, so that way it gets ahead of the weeds. Because, you know, organic corn, we can't spray any herbicide. And then once the corn pops up a little bit and gets tall enough, we're actually planning on running the drag crossways to get a little bit more dirt on top of it. So that way the roots are actually a little bit deeper than what we planted it at. So we've heard from other organic farmers that works pretty good, but this is our first rodeo, so it's all kind of new to us. But I'll bring you guys along. And the other thing is, I did mention it right before we fill up the seed here, but basically kind of roughly where I am right, actually, I don't know. Kind of where I am right now, on this side of me is not certified organic, and on this side of me, it is certified organic. So, we're planting the farm all organic corn, but when we combine, the only stuff that we'll be able to label organic is the stuff that's on this side of me, if that makes any sense. So the reason we're doing that is because we're currently trying to get this farm into the organic program, and this one is already in it. Now, after he gets done doing end rows here, I'll get a little more drone footage for you guys, but it's kind of hard when he's just doing end rows and going back and forth, and doesn't make very good content. decided to take the afternoon off today, and me and a buddy from high school are going to go ride some jet skis. So we've had this one for a few years. I think it's 2017. Spark Tricks, super fun. I've definitely abused the crap out of it in the past few years. However, I recently acquired this. What a beaut. It's a I think it's a 1986, not for sure in the year. If somebody knows, somehow let me know, but I think it's 1986 Kawasaki JS440. Honestly, I don't even know if it's going to float, so we'll see. Okay, what do you think?
That thing is sick!
Okay, let's get it loaded. That was I made it about 50 foot until it bogged out and started taking in water. Okay. What would a YouTuber say? I don't know. Subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. Okay, bye.
I would have topped that one.
That one too.
That one too.
That one you went to.